on, guys, welcome back. Guess what we're doing today? Yes, we are working on the 2022 Cfmoto 800s. We're going to run you through, guys, how to do an oil change, because I haven't been able to see a lot of videos online of how to do that. And this goes for 19 through 22 on the 800s and the 1000s, because they're pretty much the same ish motor. Just the sizes are a little different. Some are 8s, some are 9s, some are 1000s. What I've been finding out. But first thing is get this thing up level. We got the front end up on ramps, so we got to jack up the back end so it's level, and then we're gonna get to all this stuff underneath. So on this thing here, taking this cover where you access your oil fill and your drains and the filter. There's 3 little push tabs here. 2 clips that actually slide in, so don't do what I was doing and break those off. You pull this side out first, and well, obviously, but you'll slide this back and then just kind of remove it. There's the helpers there. So access the oil fill plug, transmission drain plug, or fill tabs, and this is where your little tiny oil filter is going to go in there. So without that, let's get the oil drained out underneath, and show you guys where to drain that into a bucket and what size that bolt is. Get underneath here, you find your oil drain plug, which is this one right here. This one that's back here is actually your transmission drain plug, so we're not doing transmission today, just oil. Take your 19mm socket and you just stick it on there and remove the socket. I gotta get an extension because it's too close. So loosen nut, unscrew nut. Don't try to make a mess when you get your catch can, you know, below you here. And freaking long
drain plug.
Drain plug. Lucky, it's dirty. It's brown, it's dirty. So we'll let that drain, and then we'll put fluid back in after we change the oil filter. So after draining oil, put plug back in, tighten up to recommended manufacturer specifications. Now we're gonna go up top and do the oil filter and replace that real quick. Alright, so we come back up here. This is the oil filter location. So we gotta remove 1, 2, 3 bolts. Be careful because these are our aluminum, and you don't want to strip them out or break them, because then you're gonna be up shit creek with tapping or replacing the whole housing. So be careful. Yeah. Alright, so after you get those bolts pulled out, it will leak a little bit of oil because it's still full. Make sure you got something underneath to catch it. So pull this thing off. That's your cover with your O-ring that you need to replace. It's supposed to come with a oil kit. And then with your filter, you just kind of want to reach in here and just kind of pull it out without making a mess. And that's your oil filter. Pull it out. We're going to wipe this out, clean out all the crap. Make sure it's nice and clean for the new one. Alright, so after you get oil filter out, make sure you clean up all debris and everything, and replace this rubber O-ring that we're supposed to get in a kit, but wasn't, so I gotta look for an O-ring, which is cool. So basically with this oil filter, it can only go on one way. Obviously there's no hole, so it just slides in and boop, it's in. That's it. I gotta go find O-ring for this thingy my power. Alright, so we found O-ring. Take off O-ring, put a new one on, put a little bit of lube on it. Take this cap and line it back up, stick it in. Put your nuts in, make sure you don't cross thread them, because like I was saying before, they're aluminum. And you can screw it up. Can get this bottom one in, it's too free, it's not even. Yeah. Oop. There we go. Make sure you get your transmission vent tube back into. Get that ball aimed in there. I'm not sure what the freaking. Woo, woo. Put those sound tight. Grab your wrench. You don't over tighten them, just snug them up. And done. And make sure you clean up all resisting oil and everything else so you don't catch fire or whatever else. Real easy. Brake cleaner or whatever. Just clean it up and done. Doop. Right, so now filling oil. Remove your oil dipstick. Untwist it. Pull it out. Take your oil filter, funnel, whatever you want to call this thing, and stick it. I have to use 2 hands on this thing, but notice that this thing takes 2.5 liters of oil. Stick that in there, fill it up, check it. Don't overfill it because you'll have a problem. Don't underfill it because you'll have a major problem. So, man, really? Alright, so I do. Look. Ooh. So after filling it, just check it, make sure you're at a good level. Take your stick, don't screw it in, just put it in, pull it back out. You can check your markings, which are so clean you can't even see it, but it's right there, good. So we can actually start it, pump oil through the filter, make sure there's no leaks anywhere, and recheck and make sure levels are good. We're gonna go here and try and start it, make sure there's no check the levels. Alright, so when that's all done, if you let it run, make sure there's no leaks or anything. Pop off your oil screw and check valve here, pull it out, clean it up. I'm trying to wipe it off right here. Stick it back in, don't screw it in. Pull it back out. And we are low, so we need to add a little bit of oil to that. Alright, so after we we filled it again. Check the oil. This time, after you fill it, I just stuck it in there, screwed it back on for a minute because I'd forget, but we're gonna pull it off and check it. We'll wipe it, stick it back in, and we'll stick it back out. But now she is where it's supposed to, but you can't see it. Nope. It's where it's supposed to be, right there at that second line. So we are good. Good to go out and run it. This line back on, and you're covered. Make sure when you put it back on that you on this cover, make sure you got it right way first. Slide the back in with the 2 pins, and then line up with those 3 if you can with 1 hand. 2 3 pins in there. Push it in, and it's done. All said and done. Alright, so that's how you do oil change on a 2022 Cfmoto. That works for 2019s through 22s. 600cc to 1000cc, pretty much the same same style of removing the filter on the drain plug with that. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe for more, leave a comment, share it, like it, tell all your friends about it, and yeah, we'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.